Thank you so much, Neil. Trent, we're here. It's all happening yet again. Virtus Pro facing off against Nigma. The panel was very biased. We're gonna have to report them. Very upset about that. How about you? How you feeling?
I definitely agree with them in terms of the whole concepts, right? Like big team fight, very scary. Virtus Pro, there's no doubt. But I feel like lately, it hasn't felt like the giant team fight teams have really been winning things because, I don't know, it's hard to execute, right? And I feel like there's a really good reset button with the Coddle, you know? You're halfway through your big wombo combo, suddenly there's this giant disco ball ruining things. And then there's also a Rubik who wants to try and copy and improve on what you've done.
Right, and normally that like reset that you have with the Coddle, just giving him Empower the whole time and Alacrity, like...
Yeah, that seems to be the real combo, right? It's like not even like Invoker and Void, it's more like the Mag Invoker.
Right.
But likewise, of course, they have to watch out for Kuro, because if there's one thing Rubiks love to steal, it's Empower, and it's very easy to get from Mag. Core or support. So DM, there's not a whole lot he can do about that. I mean, if he sees the Rubik, obviously he can throw the Shockwave, and maybe the CM Mana Aura is going to help a little bit with that, but it's not that easy for a Mag to just like constantly Shockwave to ensure that he doesn't like give away an Empower to a smoked Rubik or something.
And based upon the positioning here as well that they already have early on, GH is trying to get set up for some stacks. So if they do give that Empower away, it's going to be a pretty quick and easy steal and takeaway of all these. Man, a lot of heroes up on this high ground from
DM's just going to walk into Kuro. Yeah, we got a couple different actions happening.
If Mind Control gets this one, this looks pretty freaking good, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to. So going to be a trade-off there, 2 runes apiece. And GH in a little bit of trouble, taking the punches, a little bit of fire and ice on his backside. Icy
That was
hot.
a lot of damage, considering he didn't even have to LSA him.
Sad old man on a camel. Is that the camel one?
I believe it is. Yeah, that's a nice looking one. I mean, but there's also a moose one, so I can't say it's my favorite.
Another biased caster here. No problem.
Also true. They're both excellent, though.
Well, I think that we've kind of memed it to death at this point, so I think we can move past the 1 in 19. Although the panel keeps talking about it, it's you know, a situation we're very well familiar with, and he's going to have a hell of a better laning time this game at the very least, going up against this Quaswex Invoker on the Storm Spirit for Weehawk.
It was all tactical. Now that, you know, there's less expectations on him from both his teammates and the opponents. So now, you know, it's harder to disappoint, and has some freer games for himself. But overall, it looks like a pretty good Storm game. Right, pretty vulnerable targets, especially on the 2 supports, Lina and CM. They're gonna have to be like some serious buddy system going on. We'll have to be cautious if Save starts snowballing and gets like an earlier Yules. That can be a little bit frustrating, but overall, with the help of like GH just like spotting him with the ulti, the mid-range jumps should be pretty safe.
And even if he does get hit by that EMP combo, like you're saying, Coddle can be there just to heal him back up a little bit more. As again, Save gonna take a couple punches by virtue of Miracle here in this lane. DM already off to the races here. So yeah, I think the things that I really want to watch for in this one is how many stacks are they going to get up for the Coddle? Is there any like lane that looks really bad for you, or like is it a pretty serious outmatch?
They all look pretty bland. I mean, top might be kind of annoying with the Coddle spam. It's not a lane that we see a lot because we don't really see Coddle all that often, but I could see that getting a little bit annoying for Epileptic Kid, especially in the earlier levels of the Time Walk, right? Whoa, nice one, Save.
Has been killed.
Well done. Quick and easy catch, and then the TP out as well. Nice move. Give a little bit of a all chat wheel there. You love to see it.
I think the most important thing is not so much the lanes, but like let's say that GH starts running back and getting those stacks going, like you said. The position for Lina, that's been one of the better parts of this hero, is the vulnerability of the opponent's stacks to her. If she just roams with like one other hero on their team, even CM and Lina together, they could probably clear out some stacks. Like, I would not be surprised if Ilias took the ulti level 6 and found a stack.
That's the way to play.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Comboed up with the Lina, that is definitely value.
Ilias actually might be in a little bit of trouble here. Keeps on getting punched down, and GH, only need one more touch there and it would have been a kill. He'll not be able to find it, and pulling a creep along the way with him as well. Gonna connect up with those other creeps there.
I actually thought the dog was her courier. I was so confused. It's been a while since I've seen the puppy running around.
It's been a while since just CM in general, right? Like,
yeah, whatever happened to the Frondillo? I haven't seen a Frondillo in a pro match in ages.
I think everybody's just tired of it. It's pay to lose.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like showing up randomly, you know, people reveal themselves off in the fog. Sure, it works like that.
Obviously. Save self LSA, but still pulls back from Kuro.
Can they actually do anything here? They don't have an Orb of Venom, but it's still another good LSA.
Another Blink and Dagger, though.
Fire? Fairy Fire? Chase, run away. Another LSA. Punch down. Save. Gonna drop. First Blood, Kuro.
First blood.
Oh no, I got the first blood. Yeah, I mean, always very good on the Rubik, right? I mean, how many teams have even played Position 5 Rubik in the past months? It's like basically just Liquid, right? Every once in a while it pops on a couple other teams, but no one else really has that identity, so it's nice to see Kuro back and playing this.
Yeah, it's an interesting support combo that we had seen. You know, this kind of reminds me back when they were Liquid, actually.
Yeah.
When it was like GH Coddle and then Rubik on Kuro. So Ilias gonna take some more punches there. He also is gonna drop his GH, finding a rare kill for the Keeper of the Light. In the laning setup so far, at least, it looks like the thing that we're seeing is Faceless Void a little bit ahead of Miracle. DM's having a pretty nice game so far on this Magnus. 12 denies already.
Yeah, when Save died, you still have to calculate in how much time DM was completely alone on the lane, right? Like, that's why his CS is so high. Like, net worth-wise, he's still 400 and some ahead of that PA, who, of course, was involved in that kill on Save, so... That first blood was like kind of a win for VP.
Right. Yeah.
Look where the lane's just stuck, too.
Right, it's just underneath there, and then it's going to push back over, and DM has a whole freaking creep wave here. Yeah, as they're going to get a little bit of extra damage here onto Kuro, trying to make the move over. Jukes back the other direction, realizes, hey, I'm probably not going to be able to get that bounty rune. Good dodge again. The LSA, Kuro putting on some fancy footwork and bounces out of there. Safe, can't get the last touch. Miracle.
Middle tower is under attack.
And actually, they have vision.
Oh no, the creeps!
Miracle jumps in, tries to take him down, and gets the kill.
Where's the clip?
The creeps. Wait, pulls them underneath the tower. They can't get there. Kuro's nearby yet again, has stick charges. Does not quite have telekinesis back up again. And it looks like they're both going to be able to escape, I think. TM doesn't have anything else really left to take. Oh, he switched over the Mango. He can't get there. It's not going to be good enough. Miracle just jaunts away, has a healing salve available afterwards.
Still going.
Blink away afterwards.
Oh,
they can't find him.
Yeah, I mean, not much DM can do, right? It's a PA, so he can't just try and clip him. That's my first reaction was, where's the clip? And it's like, oh yeah, right, PA. Just gonna like jump instantly down, right?
Yeah.
We hop, man it up.
Nice, level 6 is there. Chase down for Ilias, gets the punish. We hop, finds himself a kill. Regeneron's gonna spawn bottom, a little unlucky there. Storm.
Yeah, well, they also had double rune coverage, to be fair, from VP. I mean, I guess they had top warded, but VP well aware of how important those are for a Storm Spirit, right? It's not often you're gonna ward both runes when your mid doesn't have a bottle.
Making sure that he just doesn't get that injection of gold, but they're still going to need to deal with the injection of gold that's going to be there from the stacks, as GH has been kind of putting them to work a little bit here. Hasn't gotten as many of the ancients, and there's also some going on over in the dire jungle as well. So there's a lot of invested gold early on hanging out in these neutral camps. The rotation comes down.
Oh, nice.
Makes the move. They're able to catch on a Miracle, get that kill. VP making a good gank happen.
It's crazy how fast they can do those stacks with Storm Spirit and Coddle. It's like no risk at all.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And unfortunately, yeah, that means that Epileptic's kid was like by himself up top because of the rotation from Ilias, but the wave was pushed out so far anyway that he was just hitting the small camp, and now the wave's under his tower, so no kill opportunities, but it's a DK anyway, so I don't think they're too bothered by it.
It's definitely not the biggest deal in the world for them right now. And the main thing is just making sure that when he gets that level 6, not able to immediately transition that into the tower, which they might be able to now, but there's a jumping going on down bottom. Finds himself save, immediately gonna get caught, the double RP. Do they have any follow? The light striker, and catches on to fall.
They still have Tornado.
Immediately taken down.
Yeah, everything was set for that one. Oh, give him the wave save, yeah. High five.
I mean, all set up by that Ilias, 2 points up in Frostbite. Like, as soon as we had jumped, they just caught him.
Yeah, this is the hot ticket on the CM builds lately, right? The maxing of the Frostbite. I don't think you have to do it every game. Like, that was kind of the trend at first. Was like, it's the only correct build. But I feel like people oscillate back and forth a little bit more. Tornado save, just enough distance.
Oh, save and save. Miracle wants to jump, wants to get the kill. Will find it. Can he get out afterwards, though? DM still chasing, has another shockwave in 3. Miracle doesn't have any more stick charges. Misses. Miracle has a blink away now. They just didn't get him. Oh, no.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Weeha's back. Weeha's thinking about it. Wants to jump. And is going to miss on that tornado and should be able to just get out of there. So
ooh, that's a lot of not farming time right now. You know, it's like, should be doing a little bit more, but I guess other kids at least hitting creeps, so we'll go for that. I really like the state that Nigma are in right now, though. Like, MC getting close to a Blink Dagger, pretty happy life as a DK. That's where you want to be.
Right, and we talked about, like, that he just hit that level 6 and immediately the tower is dead.
Yeah.
Now, gonna have Dragon Form heading towards the mid. See what they can do with it as mid, or down bottom again. They're able to find Kuro, and it looks like he is going to fall. So this sort of just constant presence that's been down here bottom.
Yeah, he's just begging for the tome, man. It's like, please, gonna be 10 minutes already. I want to have something to do in this game. There's so many good things I want to steal.
It's gonna be nice for him, definitely.
How many levels are we in Shock right now? 3 points, so this is pretty scary with Weehaw nearby as well. This is not just some like solo DK, and I'm sure they know that.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Can
under
be
attack.
really devastating if you're able to just catch there and then have the storm follow up. But Ilias is nearby and has an invis rune. So they could set up for something here if they want to. GH being scouted. Mind control again. It's not an easy kill setup. They're so freaking tanky.
And the Radiant Ward sees save, and that's what they're pinging. They're just like, yo, there's no Lina here, guys. Like, keep being aggressive.
Frostbite afterwards. EMP going to not really land. Only gets onto mind control. Is still like incredibly fine at this point. Oh, the jump in on the top side though. They try and catch him. Oh, Storm, no! But they're gonna drop down the Will-O-Wisp. He dies. Oh, that was not how that was supposed to go. And the chase down now is both of them with the Chrono. The follow-up is going to be there from the rest of VP as they just get eviscerated. Mind control chase down in the mid lane. Another tornado. One about as bad as it could have gone. At least they get the tower, but holy moly.
Yeah, that was interesting. Considering how much vision they had, and they sort of knew what was happening. I saw some lines from GH after from that ward up to the tier 2 too. So I'm not sure if they just had the wrong idea of what Lina was doing off their vision or what. But like, he actually got LSA'd first. There wasn't even a frostbite to set it up.
Oh jeez.
So it was like just a nice call out from Save.
It looks like Dia might have actually gotten the deny on the tower also, now that I'm looking back through it. And Weeha's going to jump in from downtown, tries to catch onto both of them, immediately caught and killed yet again. Poor old Weeha on his Storm Spirit, as they are going to try and chase down a few more. Hits the first hit bash. Kuro gets the Time Walk steal though, and is able to get out of there.
You mentioned before this game started that Weehaw was averaging the most deaths only after Kuro on all of Nigma, and well, currently they're tied. Both at 3 so far, 12 minutes in, but that kind of makes sense based on how he's been playing. I feel like a lot of these Nigma games, win or lose, Weehaw's been going in. I don't know if it's just part of the chaotic nature that he's going for right now, or the fact that he's not usually like the big win condition, because that's generally handed off to Miracle, but he is just hyper aggro all the time.
Yeah.
Plus, you know, that 18 deaths kind of, you know, that's going to hurt your average a little.
True. 19, but yeah, definitely.
Sorry, my bad. I'm trying to rewrite history a little bit, you know.
It's fine. It's the way it goes. They'll get saved this time, I believe. Light Decorate is going to connect. Weehaw finds himself a kill, and now moving in for the stacks. Yeah, there's something to be said for, like, you know, just going in so much and then letting Miracle carry your game, right? Like, that's what Miracle does.
And that's what they're trying to do right now for Epileptic Kid as well. Like, how many fights have they been forcing where now he shows up with a nice little chrono and then he's just right back to his own part of the map every time I see him.
True. Yeah, that's what you want to see
Radiant's
for the
bottom
Faceless
tower
Void.
is
And
under
just
attack.
AFK farming whenever possible.
Radiant
DM's
are
even sort of
scanning.
farming in the same area nearby him, but this could be a big pick.
Look at that angle from Kuro. He wanted the high ground rotation.
Yeah.
And he was right. You should have stuck with your guts, man.
Kuro.
Oh, you would have had him.
I mean, DM's an okay pickup, and this is like the safer play too.
Ah, but
catch
he
the
like
guys down
wants
here.
to die. Look where this guy's standing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because what do they get now? What does this transition into?
It transitions into Faceless Void going top to farm or kill PA if he can, but Miracle's just blurring his way out of there. Oh, blur. What a spell.
Love it.
Dire's bottom tower
It
is
definitely
under
feels
attack.
like one of the more annoying ones. The angle that they're taking right now with this gank, they might be able to catch the PA, depending on how he walks back. Actually, Miracle's in a ton of trouble here.
Yeah, got the
Save.
LSA.
Oh my god! Oh
The
my
reveal.
God. I can't believe he got out of there. How did that happen? And they're gonna get a kill off of this? What? He time walked onto him.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Yeah, you're right. Blur is Blur's insane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That happens to the best of us. That stinks, man. You make that big rotation and somehow you end up losing somebody.
Mind control. Gonna reveal the blink dagger.
Well, that's a mess, though. That hurts.
Walk right on into him. Chrono, it catches on to Kuro on the backside of it as well. And he is going to be chased down and killed off.
Chrono them, Kuro.
Could have been good.
Delay their farming.
Turn around as Virtus Pro able to pick up a couple of picks here and there. They need to transition
Radiant's
it into
courier
some
has been
objectives next,
killed.
it feels like.
How about a courier? That's not bad. But yeah, they have the mech on GM, so I fully expect them to want to walk up to a building right now. Although controlling the bounty runes is obviously
Radiant's top
just
tower
as good at
is
the
under
moment.
attack.
In the meantime, Weeha able to pick up bounty runes of his own. Trying to work towards that orchid for himself as GH. Doing the classic move here. Hide in the trees. Push out these side lanes. Don't make it easy for Virtus Pro to take objectives.
Vintage GH.
Right now playing just outside of range of that observer ward up on the high ground, but the rest of Nigma's
Oh, Kuro's
moving in.
coming. He wants that empower. He's like, where's that
Wait.
mech?
Oh, they just dropped a sentry though. He's in range. They see him. Okay. Jump forward. Good stun. Mind control with the quick fingers. And then afterwards, they're going to drop the Will-O-Wisp to find their way out of here. Pull back in onto one. Weeha down to very low mana.
Kuro's waiting for the
Pull back in
RP.
again.
Yeah, he can't throw it. He's too worried. Now they just get the freezing field instead.
Okay.
Kuro's holding their ultimates hostage.
Left the kid still punching away at that tier 2. He's not in the front forefront of this one. Miracle under control. RP canceled. No, he didn't use it. He ends up stealing the other one. Miracle is going to be brought down, and with the RP still available, they're going to chase down Weeha and get that catch. Kuro, though, going with the freezing field, trying to bring them all down. He takes down 2. Weeha still chased, but with the BKB already up, they have to be a little bit careful. Mind control throws out another stun, will get taken down by save.
Dire's
And so the
bottom
final
tower
tally
under
is
attack.
going to be a 2 for 3.
Radiant's top tower is
And a
under
top tower
attack.
taken as well through it, all of that. Yeah, that was most damage in that fight from Nigma did come from Kuro, thanks to that stolen freezing field. But good patience there from Virtus Pro. They didn't force anything. You know, they really respected the fact that, yeah, it's just like a support Rubik with no items, but still, you know how badly that can turn if you think this RP is going to secure everything for you. I feel like this this DM build is just way too scary. The fact that he has this mech and this cloak and he's just walking at them, they don't really have the damage for now.
Scanning.
Since this is a like non-empowered PA, right? She doesn't have a minus armor. She doesn't have a literal empower. I don't even think she's a medallion on their team, right? So she's kind of got nothing to work with.
And that's going to need to be the thing that changes eventually, is getting more farm on this hero. Hypothetically later on, like you're talking about, stealing empower for Kuro. But at least at this point, I'd be a little bit concerned about her prospects. I guess maybe when she has Deso, then she can start like blowing up Save, but Save still has like the Yules and everything. Yeah, this is gonna be not a particular easy game for the PA.
It feels like a really hard game for Weehaw right now. Like, he's
Radiant's
not really top
bottom
of the
tower is
charts,
under
and
attack.
he's going into that Orchid first, so it's purely a battle of, like, faster fingers. If he doesn't have the vision or he gets fogged or something when he goes for a jumping onto the Lina, he could just die, right? If you get Yuled up once a Storm versus this team, you should
Radiant's
most certainly be
bottom
dead.
tower is under attack.
Push forward towards the mid lane now. VP have themselves a nice
Dire's top
and
tower
slightly
is
comfy
under
lead here
attack.
at 4,000 gold. Could be thinking about moving towards a Roche soon if they win a big fight, considering they've got just so much
Dire's
overwhelming
top
damage
tower
and
is
this
under
sort of
attack.
medallion on Invoker along the way as well.
Radiant
Makes
are
things a little bit
scanning.
easier.
Yeah, he's going for this Alacrity Solar Crest with the Spirit Vessel along the way build. It's the way to go for current Invoker players. I mean, you got to think that Nigma have a likewise mindset, though. With the Storm Spirit, you know, they would love to have that Aegis to try and get Weehawk back into this one. They're just kind of surrounding themselves up top here with GH, maybe hoping that that's going to give them the fight they need.
Dire's
It
top
could
tower
be the first
is
one to
under
walk
attack.
forward here.
Radiant's middle
Keeping
tower
away
is
with
under
Blur
attack.
active, and the rest are going to group back together again as they do not connect onto any of these pros. We had just now completing that Orchid. Has a DD rune bottled as well, and they're waiting right now for somebody to show on this lane. This is an interesting decision here. Is they're going to pop the D? This seems kind of crazy to me if they go for this.
I mean, they're just nowhere in the vicinity either. And they're just smoking their way through. Save's going to catch the wave. So now they're forced to jump out and kill this wave with the storm, I think, right? You don't want to just give up this tower for free. And so Weehawk's going to poke his head out. Doesn't go for it, though. And now they're in the Roche pit instead.
Under attack.
Okay. Well, this looks pretty good for VP. How much? Oh, he's TP
They're
back
smoking.
towards mid.
They're coming with the Will-O-Wisp.
They're moving over that direction. Rose down to about a quarter HP left. If they can get that Will-O-Wisp down, it'd be really good. Mind Control thinking about blinking in. Do they realize it's happening? Throw down that veil right at the start. Only Epileptic Kid is in there, and they can get the Aegis. And now chasing forward for Horde. They got him caught. RP used only onto one. It's back a little bit closer. Kuro is going to fall. They take down both. Easy peasy.
He's like, I can't RP if the Rubik's there anyway. I might as well just RP the Rubik. That's pretty much the mindset, right? Take your free kill. And now, at least, you know, good news. It's past 20 minutes for Nigma, because right now it looks like it could be a pretty easy tier 2 take for Virtus Pro if they want to move into one of these lanes. So, at the very least, they will get to control their outpost for the second XP bonus.
Very necessary.
Yeah, they still have Chrono since that wasn't a real fight.
Oh, no.
Radiant's
Miracle.
middle tower.
Oh, no, they're not even going to have to use it.
Nope.
They got him chased down. Dash going to connect. Miracle trying to back away from there. TP's out. Do they have to use it? Skewer breaks it. And they're trying to jump over to GH, but the Yule Scepter lift up and save there afterwards. They take down GH. Miracle hoping to make something happen, but they disarm and they just beat the crap out of him.
That was one of the longest kills I have seen in a while. That started at 35 seconds and it took them until 58.
This is, I mean, when you're surrounded by 5, it's eventually going to happen. They saved the Chrono. That's like pretty clutch, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's very annoying. Because now there's no way you want to come contest this, right? Even though like you're still holding Will-O-Wisp and
Radiant's
everything.
bottom tower is under attack.
Well, at least Weehawk's getting a trade up here.
Yeah.
Dire's
Gets
top
the last hit on the
has
tower.
fallen.
Gonna be able to push this next wave as well, while they're trying to, on VP, finish off this bottom tier 2 and turn that into an outpost. Likewise, I would imagine Nigma
Radiant's
take their
bottom
outpost
tower
away.
is under attack. Radiant's
At least just
bottom
for a little bit of
tower
vision,
has fallen.
forcing them to make that move if they want to claim it. Yeah, Kuro's gonna go over there and get it. Trading the map.
It's crazy how much this game just seemed to fall into the favor of Virtus Pro after like 2 bad fights really from Nigma. Like the first one where they tried to go for the mid tower. And then the other fight, like kind of before our roaching in like the top part of the map, even though they didn't lose the fight that badly, they had lost the bounty runes, they'd lost some territory, they're not really getting the farm on the PA while the Void's just hitting creeps the entire time. Well, now it's built itself into a 6k lead for them. And it is a Phantom Assassin lineup, so there's definitely chances for a comeback here. It's just finding that space for Miracle is going to be the real problem.
Purpose with it.
And
Look at them lurking.
yeah,
Radiant's
they're just
middle
waiting.
tower is under attack.
Waiting for their opportunity here.
They do not have the best rat heroes either, right? I mean, GH, sure, but in terms of cores, there's no like Puck or something. It's If Storm's showing on the lane up top, usually it means that he takes so long to actually be active again in a team fight, right?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, it's true. And I think that like it's not a threat of a rat either. It's like
Radiant are scared.
okay, we're gonna not lose the game right now type of hero. That's really what it feels like for Nigma, but it's to what end, really? You know, it like they're already chasing down where they know Miracle's gonna be.
Are scared.
Yeah, they have the ward too. That smoke
Oh my
is
god,
good.
they see him. They know.
Yeah. He was blurred even. They still found him.
God. Well, they got Chrono again. Miracle gonna be chased. They see him. This is really, really unfortunate. And this is your win condition here. This is who's supposed to be taking the game for you. They're reading them
VP
like
are
a book.
just they're playing so well. Great identification of how Nigma came back into this game, and just it took
Walking away. It feels like they know this is happening. They might have spotted him on this ward or something. Tough to tell.
BKBs are kind of promising, right? I mean, if they can get there, it doesn't really feel that good when you have to stack them like this because your game's in this sort of a you know, a state, I suppose. Oh no!
This whole time.
No, DK's here. This is the turnaround.
Got his silence off.
Get him, turn it.
Turn! Oh my god, you're right. Able to make it happen. Will he die though? Oh my god, gpk got him! And the disarm! And now the walk away. He doesn't have ghost walk for another little bit. He's in a little bit of trouble, but Electric Kid is here now as well. gpk trying to live. The will-o-wisp knocks to the connect. The stun is there. He gets healed back up. The mech is there from the bag. And Kuro just doesn't have strong enough right click. Does finally bring him down with that Dragon Slave as Kuro though. The jump away gets scatched in the face. So there is a little bit of a trade-off. You know, I almost wonder if you're like, okay, we'll take that as Nigma. Like, it sucks that Weehaw died first, but they got a couple kills.
As long as Miracle's hitting the creep waves bottom like he was, then yeah, you'll take that for sure. I consider that quite good. Now Ilias is actually pinging the bounty runes. He's saying, hey, do you think we can gank her on the bounty rune bottom? Anyone want to go? We have Chrono. Looks like they might just want to take the tier 2 instead, though.
Hey, when was the last Chrono? Feels like it's been a while.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they haven't needed it for the 2 pickoffs onto Miracle, right? They've just been Yules as the LSA into full-on beatdown. GH cutting the waves up top, though, denying an opportunity to perhaps pressure that tier 2, and likewise in the mid, another zip through.
Invisibility.
Love to see it. A classic way to hold on this game, and it's probably going to be a little while before they can comfortably just go high ground. Maybe like the next catapult wave or something is when they're going to have to go. They do have one now.
It's 2.5 until Roche, and then it's also the next outpost timing as well. Plus, the neutral items are coming up soon, so there's really no point going too aggressive right now for Virtus Pro. You're controlling the map, and there's a lot of prizes that are about to come out on the map, so you don't want to, like, you know, stifle your own game by trying to push too deep. Just play it cool. Make a couple stacks right now. Farm them at 27. Take both outposts back. Wait for Roche.
I
A
gotta
little bit
say,
of flowchart Dota.
Save's game has been really impressive.
Yeah.
I think this guy's been
Dire's
playing
top
amazing
tower is under
Dota
attack.
right now, catching up with his Invoker, and it doesn't feel like he's sort of been doing this to the detriment of the rest of his cores necessarily, as he takes a last hit away from Epileptic Kid. But the way of it. Behind mind control playing down bottom, hoping to find somebody to pick off. If the smoke is going to go mid, this is going to be DM that's sort of alone down here bottom, and I think they're going to try and go for this kill. Does have GG boots, but they're on cooldown. Oh my god, DM.
Oh.
Are you freaking kidding me? Dude, how?
Yes.
That's a bit rough. Oh, I'm loving it, kid.
Dude, if he would have just jumped right there and caught him, can you imagine?
Well, imagine if they had like a ward or something up there, which wouldn't even be that ridiculous considering the state of this game. That would have been a great chrono.
All right, 10,000 gold lead. As you said, getting closer and closer to that next Roche respawn, which feels like it's going to be the signal to go as Paladin slowly gets found. Got ourselves a little craggy code action as well. We need some good neutral items if Nigma want a chance here, but
Kuro's in so deep just trying to farm neutrals, it feels like. I think GH is just feeding. I think he was actually supposed to just stand here in case they were smoking a Miracle and make sure he gets out.
makes sense. actually feeding in a good
Dire's
way.
middle tower
Yeah.
is under
Yes.
attack.
Yeah. Like basically, I'm pretty much guaranteed to die right now, and he knows it. Like, I mean, they have PA hitting one camp, Rubik hitting the other. They know what they're after, right? They're trying to get neutrals to try and help themselves in that next fight because that Roche could be coming up any moment now after the next 5 seconds. So if you're hoping for Nigma, you want a longer Roche time.
Virtus Pro.
2 out of 3, not bad.
They do have a Titan Sliver found, but Paladin Sword already up for VP feels quite good. Weehaw. Well, they do have some vision here, and they won't be able to catch them. So, nice ward placement. They are going to immediately take these ones down, it looks like. Going to be the end of that one. DD is going to spawn up on the top side of the river as well. It feels like a nice little pickup for one of these heroes.
Double damage.
Yeah, we'll just snag it. Again, not really that necessary to try and smoke at them right now. They have any way of scouting Roche besides couriers? Not really, unless they want to like send the Forge Spirit or something.
Dire's
I
bottom
mean, there's
tower
probably
is under
pretty good
attack.
play to
Wow, they
do
actually
that
see
matchup.
Miracle without Blur on. He's like,
Oh
oh
my god. And he has a DD too. Dude, he doesn't even go for the last hit. Let's GPK pick it up. So Epileptic
That's nice.
Kid finds himself another pickoff and now looking for more. My Control gets caught by the clumsy net. And when you find one, there's more afterwards. Denies the tower. And it rains, it pours, Trent.
It certainly does. Well, that's going to set up for a very easy Roche if they head back for it by the time. I guess technically they'll respawn by then. Maybe they can go for one last crazy team fight. Oh, Kuro.
Oh, Sunstrike Laguna Blade catches him out. Dude, the teamwork, the good
Dire's
plays
top tower
coming
is
through
under
by
attack.
VP. Save,
range.
just hitting them.
Oh, the quick hitting charm. Perfect.
Their items have been... The hell?
I don't even know who wants that on their team. Mag, probably? So many good heroes for that.
So, just for reference sake, Virtus Pro got Paladin Sword, Titan Sliver, Quickening Charm, and Enigma get like Craggy Coat, Greater Fairy Fire, Enchanted Quiver. What the hell? Now they're gonna get him.
Radiant
GH.
are scanning.
You get punched down, caught by the LSA, and then killed off.
That was a ping from GPK.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Sorry.
I will commit this to memory.
Now Virtus Pro going to take this Roche, and it is so difficult for Nigma to try and do anything here.
And the worst part was that the timing was right as the outpost were having anyway, and they couldn't fight it. So they still didn't feel confident enough to like go and steal one back or something as Nigma.
They're gonna get this one here, but this feels like it's more of the same. Like desperation mode, Weeha's gonna need to like sort of zip out to take creep waves away, but they're making this big cross map smoke by VP. See if they can find anybody.
Just a very smothering game from Virtus Pro. I feel like every time I look at them, they're just running as this big ball of 4 heroes while the Faceless Void just hits creeps, and they've just gotten so many kills that it's not like it's hurting them.
Dire's
They've
bottom
connected
tower
on
is
them,
under
and
attack.
I think the thing that stands out to me the most about this VP game is showing that like, you know, it's feeling like veteran experience amongst this
Dire's
roster.
bottom
They've been together
tower
for
is
a
under
while now,
attack.
and like
Yeah.
knowing how many resources they need to commit to these fights. Early on, it was like the solo RPs for Mag to kill Kuro, and now in the late game, it's like saving that Chronosphere for Miracle when they need it. Save getting it jumped on, but the turnaround immediately comes out. At least it's there with the extra AoE damage. Kuro tries to save the day, but it's not going to be good enough. They took down both cores already. Chase down for more as they are going to beat the crap out of Mind Control and take his life as well.
All right, that freezing field actually cleaned up right there. That was like over 600 damage on both of them from the CM. I don't usually value that ulti that high.
Unreal. Man, VP just, they were so ready. It looked like a great initiation, and then it just wasn't. And now taking this tier 3 tower down, Virtus Pro undeniable in this game as they're going to find themselves another. Pulls him out of that Sunstrike, actually, but GH eventually is going to get beaten to death here. About to jump in, trying to find themselves a kill on the GPK. Can they make it happen? Weehaw pops that BKB, but there's the cheese from GPK, which keeps him alive. Now jumping for more. Finds Kuro again. Godlike Epileptic Kid. 9-0 and 12 on this Void.
They might keep a Rax here.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get them all.
Radiant's middle
They
barracks
should be able to spam them off here.
So fast.
Oh, maybe not.
Epileptic Kid. Alacrity, Solar Crest, absolutely everything given over to this man.
Hey, back door, hello? All right, there it is.
There's the Alacrity. I think he still takes it. I think he goes through back door here.
I think he wants them to fight him because he has Aegis and Chrono. He's like, sure.
So everybody.
Someone empower me again. I'm going for this thing.
Yeah, back door's off again now with the Creep Wave coming in. Jump forward. Good blink away by GH. They try and stun. You have to kill him without committing too much, though. That Aegis is still in hand.
Radiant's middle.
They're going to head down bottom next. Good crit there. Alacrity again in use. Still holding on to that Satanic. Double blink away. And Mind Control finds the stun. Epileptic Kid jumped on. Can they find the finish? They're not going to get him. Time locks off a lot of that damage. Still has Satanic. Going to pop it. And you got to deal with him again. Now also has backtrack because that seems fair. Jump in. Oh, that is on to 3. Epileptic Kid stolen Chrono. Is it going to matter though? They don't have the damage there for the follow-up. Unbelievable performance here from Virtus Pro as they're going to take another set of racks and surely more at this point with 3 dead for so long, no buyback. They are looking to close this one out.
It was just a clean game of execution, really putting on a clinic right now from Virtus Pro.
Radiant's middle.
They look like the dominant team that you're expecting to just like, you know, outclass their opponents.
One more jump in, trying to bring down TM. If they can hold off, RP's going to be used though. They can't take them down. They're going to kill the Storm. Everybody dead. Virtus Pro undeniable.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I mean, they were on a bit of a knife's edge with this lineup with like the reliance on these initiations from the DK and the Storm, and of course they wanted to snowball the game a little bit, but you can see how they had low cooldowns. Like you can understand what the game plan was. Like if they can dodge and force good fights and good pickoffs of their heroes outside of chrono timings and RP timings, had they garnered a bit of